wouldn't have heard of this campaign if it wasn't for Billy. This is about justice for Chelsea. Now that battle has to be fought on every avenue, on the street as well as through the legal process. This week we sat down with Chelsea's family, one of the leading solicitors in the country, who agreed to take on her case. Now, there'll be a video going out this week which will give everyone the details of how they can support this. The CPS need to be battled, the legal process needs to be battled on every avenue. If there's been failures, they need to be exposed, and we need to get justice for her. So whilst Billy's running a street campaign, we now need a legal process campaign against it as well. And when you look at the statistics of what's happening across our country to our women and our children, 90%. I'm gutted, I got here late and I missed the Hells Angels leading the march. But what we need to be looking at why. Why is this happening it's happening in an industrial level across our country. 90% of the gang grooming convictions of rape are Muslim men. 90% out of a population of 4%. Out of that 4%, 2% of them are women. So 2% of our population in this country is responsible for the rape of 90% of gang street grooming gangs. And no one, I have not heard one politician or the media get to the bottom of the reason why. Why are these men doing this? Why is it happening? Islamic sex slavery from Islamic scripture, Surah 33, verse 50. Let me read this verse. O Prophet, we have made lawful to thee the wives to whom thou hast paid their dowers, and those whom their right hand possesses as the prisoners of war who Allah has assigned to thee. This verse tells Muslim men that they can take non-Muslim women as sexual slaves. That's what it says. Surah 23, verse 5 and 6. Surah 4, verse 24. I could go on all day. Surah 8, verse 69. Multiple times it says in this book of hate that Muslim men they're obliged to. It's okay. Do you know why? This is the first time ever in our country's history where we look at cases of paedophilia where men are sharing children with their brothers, with their work colleagues, with their bosses, with their brother-in-laws. A man is raping a child with his sister's husband. That's what's happening. We have to realise this is viewed so differently. Under Islam, it is viewed so differently, and the biggest problem we have, and last night, again, this is across the country, last night we went to Disbury Mosque again, okay? And we've got a factual video, it's all facts, of the preachers who have spoke there. And a young English couple come up and started trying to attack us, and shout at us. And this is a peaceful mosque, this is facts, yeah? We're talking about facts. I'll talk about now, the Prophet Muhammad, it says in the Quran, is the perfect human being. There's nothing he did wrong, yeah? He is the moral compass. This is what the whole of our country have to understand. Muhammad is the moral compass for all Muslims, okay? Now, let me tell you, this is not my story. This is Islamic scripture, okay? A man called Kanana, he was a Jewish man. He surrendered to Muhammad, okay? He had a beautiful wife called Sophia. Again, this is not my story. This is Islamic scripture. He had a beautiful wife called Sophia, okay? He surrendered. Muhammad tortured him. He burned his stomach. He tortured him till he told him where his gold was. Then he beheaded him, okay? So Sophia's husband was beheaded. Her brother was beheaded. Her father was beheaded. Her sister and her cousins were given as sexual slaves to Muhammad's men. that night, Mohammed, wearing the same clothes with the blood of her husband, had sex with her and married her that night. So he raped her that night. This is the man who is the moral compass for Muslims. This is the man that they wish to emulate. This is the man that, so when we judge things, we have to understand the way that they think, the way that Islam teaches them to think. Right and wrong are very different in our communities. What they view as right and what we view as wrong. So it's the whole system, but people don't understand that. So the biggest cause of the problem, the Book of Hate, they are following an instruction manual. The Quran is their manual. It clearly says you can take non-Muslim women as sexual slaves. If we look along the Middle East, it's happening across the Middle East. But yeah, that's it. We need to be getting to the bottom of why it's happening. No one is asking why. We keep hearing about why? Why? Because they're being instructed to by the Quran, time and time again.
This is a Christian country.
And just again, Billy, I can't even go on the passion you do. But this campaign, you're right, it's not going to stop. Okay, it's not going to stop. I'm happy to be supporting it. It's a local demonstration. I'm just coming here to support it. That's it. Yeah, I feel like our part, or the Rebel Media's part, was to give this a lift, let everyone see it, let everyone hear it, let everyone hear the voice of the community, how angry local people are, and get justice for Chelsey.
I'd just like to point out that without the help of Rebel Media, this would have been nowhere near this level now. Thank you, Mr. Robinson and Stephen, for all the help and the people of Rebel Media. Thank you all for your support, because without you, them people will never take notice. Thank you, and I hope to see you and the